Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Hasif bin Anuar and my student ID is 2019 627126.
Assalamualaikum. My name Raja Muhammad Adib bin Raja Abdul Halim with metric number 2019291438 and I'm from BA 24458.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Syamil Berhad, ID number 2019267832.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Fahmi bin Dasuan and my student ID is 2019 476132.
Now, let's take a look at the background of Tenaga Nasional Berhad and TNB Labs. Tenaga Nasional Berhad, also known as Tenaga Nasional or simply Tenaga, is the Malaysian multinational electricity company and is the only electric utility company in Peninsular Malaysia and also the largest publicly listed power company in Southeast Asia, with 99.03 billion worth of assets. It serves over 8.4 million customers throughout Peninsular Malaysia, except Sarawak and the East Malaysian state of Sabah through Sabah Electricity Sdn Bhd. TNB's core activities are in the generation, transmission and distribution of electricity. Other activities include repairing, testing and maintaining power plants, providing engineering, procurement and construction services for power plant related products, assembling and manufacturing high voltage switchgears, coal mining and trading. Operations are carried out in Malaysia, Mauritius, Pakistan, India and Indonesia. Now let's take a look at the background of TNB Labs. TNB Labs was first established in 2012 as a wholly owned subsidiary of TNB Research. This establishment is indeed a reflection of the changing times of Tenaga Nasional Berhad. With more than 50 years of experience in the related fields, they are specializing in interpreting experimenting reports. TNB can accommodate more than 250 technical test cases with their comprehensive and extensive laboratories. In accordance with the tagline, Trusted Solution and Shared Services, they aim to diversify extending range of expertise to the world and not just TNB. TNB solutions are not only limited to quality assurance-based solutions, they also offer testing solution and failure diagnostic to wide spectrum of customer bases, with main goal to bring the best out of their customers. Aligned with current perspective, TNB Labs is also gearing up for renewables and sustainable solutions to the world.
And now let's take a look at the type of the audit that used by the TNB Malaysia. So here is the four type of audit that used by TNB. The first one is internal audit, external audit, certification audit, and intrinsic audit. Internal audit is an audit that carried out by a company to evaluate its own performance. The notification procedure and the conduct of the audit are not quite as formal as an external audit. For the external audit, is carried out by a company to evaluate the activities of its contract, supplier, and also agent. This external audit is required more formal and necessitate more planning and preparation than for the internal audit. Certification audit is the third one, which is used to maintain a certification such as ISO 9000 or other standard, and this audit are focused more on the documentation of system. And the last one is intrinsic audit. This audit is carried out by external sources of the organization, such as the external of TNB, which is carried out by a customer and third-party organization. Next, we go to the Board Audit Committee for the Tenaga Nasional Berhad, or in short form, we call it as the BAC. Before we go further, we have to know first the chairman of BAC. The chairman for BAC TNB is Puan Noraini binti Cik Dan. She is a senior independent non-executive director of Tenaga Nasional Berhad. And now we go to the related parties transaction, which is the BAC review the related party transaction entered into by TNB Group for the year ended December for recommendation to the board that TNB complies with Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad Main market listing requirements, the MMLR. And the last one is the annual reporting. BSC review and endorse the BSC report, statement on internal audit function, TNB sustainability statement, corporate governance overview statement, and corporate governance report, and statement of risk management and internal control for board's approval.
The internal audits of Tenaga Nasional Berhad, TNB. Internal audit reports. Deliberated on the internal audit reports for TNB and its subsidiaries issued by the group internal audits. It is on the effectiveness and adequacy of governance, risk management, internal controls, audit recommendation and management response to the issue highlighted in their presence. The report presented during the year were verification works of operations and maintenance, production and quality assurance, corporate governance compliance, procurement management, contract management and many more. Next, we proceed to TNB Internal Audit Function and Resources. The internal audit for TNB is under the purview of Group Internal Audit Department GIA. It is established by the board to provide independent, objective assurance and consulting service designed to add value and improve TNB. It is headed by Rosli bin Muhammad Rose, Chief Internal Auditor. For the practices and framework, GIA is guided by COSO and COBIT. To perform audit engagement effectively, GIA adopt IPPF of Institute of Internal Auditors. For the scope and coverage, GIA formulated the annual audit plan by using risk-based approach. It covered everything from grid and generation to energy venture and subsidiaries. The key areas reviewed during financial year FI of internal audit for TNB can be viewed down below. For TNB, internal audit activities is performed by a group of 64 internal auditors with diverse discipline. The highest discipline, accounting, finance and business, hold 32 number of auditors, while the lowest discipline, quantity surveying, only hold 3 numbers of auditors. The internal audit function activities costing TNB 16.14 million ringgit. For the staff cost, it is 12.84 million ringgit, and for the operating cost, it is 3.30 million ringgit. As of 31st December 2019, there are 20 staff with a total of 37 professional certification who conduct internal audit function activities at TNB.
Now let's look at the external, extrinsic and certification audit in TNB. The next type of audit implemented by TNB is external audit. The external audit in TNB will be focused on the areas of gains or losses from the transaction and balance of the financial currency transaction, accruals of ICPT, recoverability of TNB's overseas investment, accounting for new acquisition, capitalization of costs in relation to the NFCP, new IT risks as a result of new business process and technology, revenue recognition following billing errors, and lastly is enhancement of smart meter billing system. The purpose of external audit in TNB is to ensure that financial statements presented by an organization are current, accurate, trustworthy, and accurately portray a company's financial health so that it can help TNB take the best decision for the company if there are errors in the company's accounting process. The next type of audit implemented in TNB is extrinsic and certification audit. In TNB, the extrinsic and certification audit are done by the third party, which is TNB Research Center Berhad, or known as TNBR. Quality Assurance Unit of TNBR will plan the certification audit and assign qualified auditors to the TNB site. An audit notification letter will be sent to advise the applicant on the scope and audit program. The certification audit are based on the latest version of ISO 9001 Quality Management System and emphasis on the technical compliance of the product to the TNB specification. The following key documents and records shall be made available to the auditors during the certification audit, which is quality manual, procedures and work instruction, quality plan for the product, design document, quality control record, and lastly is calibration record. The certification audit objective in TNB is to assess whether TNB adequately addressed to their QMS, to assess whether TNB has the capability to provide the product as required by the organization technical specification, and lastly is to assess whether TNB practice effective quality management on design, procure material, testing, control of non-conformity, implement corrective action, and manage customers' requirements.